Hello everyone and welcome to my channel update video for July 2021. I believe my last update was in March, so it's been a little while, and I know my channel has been pretty quiet all year so far with only one video a week, and I know I promised you guys some new series by now. But remember, in March I talked about how I had to move out of my house at the end of April and was looking for a new house to move into. And at that time, I still hadn't found one. So I've been keeping you guys updated about that on the community tab here on the channel. But in case you haven't been following that, I am happy to announce that we did end up finding a house to buy. Yay! However, we weren't able to move in until the beginning of June. But we had to move out of our old house at the end of April. And so there were like 5 weeks where we had to stay in a temporary living situation. And that temporary living situation, well, it wasn't very conducive to making videos. So I barely did any work during that time. So yeah, that's what I've been doing since the last channel update. Packing, moving, unpacking, then packing again, and then moving again, and unpacking again. And to top it all off, we're also now in the middle of a major remodel of our new basement, turning it into an apartment with a kitchen and everything so that my parents can live there. And so life has been insanely crazy the last few months. And until about 2 weeks ago, I wasn't able to work on the Fallout 4 roleplay at all during that time. Well, maybe a couple hours here or there, but a drop in the bucket compared with the amount of work I actually have on my to-do list. But yeah, so I've finally gotten back to work now that we're pretty much settled into the new house. The remodel is still going on strong, but that doesn't really involve me personally, since I'm not actually a builder in real life. But it does involve my husband, so he's been spending most of his time doing that, and so that means I have to pick up the slack everywhere else, and that doesn't leave me as much time to work as I normally have. So while I am getting back to work finally, it's still not consistent work yet. I manage about 9 hours a week to actually working on the channel right now, and that's about half the time I normally spend on it. And unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be for now, at least until the remodel is done and, I can have my husband's help again. And so right now, I'm just really trying to focus the time I do have on the Fallout 4 roleplay. I can't tell you how eager I am to get that started again. And for those of you who might have missed the last channel updates, the reason it's taking me so long to get season 2 out, other than the major life upheavals I've been experiencing, is because this season has had a lot of pre-production, way more than any other series I've made. Even way more than season 1 had, and it had a lot. I'm introducing a lot of new stuff in Season 2, new mods that require testing before I can use them in the roleplay with confidence. Plus, I've been testing out some new recording techniques and editing techniques that will make the show even more immersive and cinematic than it was in Season 1. I'm basically going above and beyond anything I've ever done in a roleplay before, and all of that takes time to perfect before I can actually record new episodes. And if you would like a much more detailed rundown of that entire process and everything I've been doing behind the scenes with Season 2 of Ellie's Tale, then go watch my March channel update if you haven't already, because I go into way more detail there, and so there's no need to say it all again here, because this video is about new stuff, or at least updates to old things. And all the stuff that I just mentioned is pretty much done. I've tested all of the mods I need to test, and I've added quite a few new ones to my load order. And I'll probably do a video about them prior to Season 2 starting, since I know a lot of you guys like to learn about the mods I use. I've also done all of the other testing I needed to do in regards to new techniques and whatnot. So at the beginning of the year, I had a list as long as my arm of things I needed to do before I could start recording. And now there's only a few things left to cross off that list. And also, in a past channel update, I think the January one, if I remember right, I might have mentioned a surprise collaboration with someone else, but I didn't want to give any details because it wasn't a for sure thing yet at the time. But now I can tell you because it is a for sure thing, or at least some of it is. There's still more that's in the works. But anyways, I will be having some guest appearances in season 2 of Ellie's Tale. And how will I be doing that, you may ask, since Fallout 4 isn't a multiplayer game? Well, it's true. I won't be playing the game with other people, but I will be collaborating with a couple people, using their voice acting to enhance the series. I can't tell you too much about it or it will give away spoilers, but I can say that there will be a few instances where there will be other characters in the series for like a scene or two here and there in different episodes. And these are characters that I created myself for story purposes, and I got other people to do the voice acting for me. One of them you'll recognize if you watch my Fallout 76 roleplay. Joe, the guy who plays Mac in the series, kindly donated his time once again for a small part. And a couple characters will also be voiced by Rycon from Rycon Roleplays. I'm really excited about this, you guys. I can't wait for you all to see what we've been working on. It is one of the reasons why it's taking so long to get this season 2 off the ground, because these scenes they're really time consuming to make, which is why I'm not making very many of them and why I'm making them all in advance before I start recording new episodes. I actually am recording all of these in advance, and then they won't slow me down mid-season, like where I don't have to just like suddenly stop and work on this big project in the middle of the season. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. I would have had them done a long time ago if I didn't get COVID and then have to move twice in a row right after recovering from that. Honestly, this year has been the worst, but I finally have the time again, as things are finally settling back down to something similar to normal. So I'm making those scenes now, finally. That's the word of the day, by the way. Finally. I'm finally actually recording footage for season 2. And I only just started it like a week and a half ago or so. It started feeling like I would never get here. So once I have these scenes made, then I will be able to just launch right into recording new episodes for season 2, and then I will be able to start uploading them. Finally. I can't promise exactly when season 2 will be able to start, like, on the channel. Obviously a lot later than I originally planned, but it will be soon, and I will keep you guys updated on my progress on my channel's community tab and on Discord, so be sure to keep an eye on those for the most up-to-date news. So, in other news, I have also had a couple chances to record some more Last of Us episodes, Last of Us 2, but I won't be airing those until I've finished the entire game, since I wanted to air them one at a time on a weekly basis without interruptions, and I don't currently have a regular recording time set aside right now because life is still kind of crazy, so I don't have a regular schedule yet. So I just record an episode here or there whenever I've had a chance to, and sometimes weeks can go by between those chances. So if I uploaded an episode, then I might not be able to upload another one for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I didn't want to do that to you guys. I want to just let you watch them all in a row. So yeah. When I'm done with the game, then The Last of Us 2 will return from its break. And I do have a backlog already recorded of those. I've currently got like 10 new episodes waiting that I've managed to record over the last few months. And there are still more to record, as that game just never seems to end, even when you think it is going to. I'm hoping there won't be too many more to go because I really want to start uploading those again soon. And then I can finally play something else when those are over. I mean, I might even upload them twice a week. Just to get it done faster. I don't know. We'll see. You guys have begged me for that before. So if I have them, I never did it before because I didn't have enough episodes recorded in advance to upload them twice a week. But once I finish the game, I can upload them pretty much as fast as I want to because they'll all be there, right? But speaking of something else to play after that, I've been trying to figure out another casual Let's Play that I can do on the channel. Not a role play, just something to play casually, not in character or anything. Like how I did with The Last of Us and Red Dead 2 and Uncharted and Horizon Zero Dawn, those games. I played all those casually. They weren't role plays. And so they were really easy to produce. And I mentioned in a previous channel update that I'd like to have a couple of those going on my channel in addition to the hardcore role plays. Just a little something for everyone because everyone doesn't like the role plays and everyone doesn't like the Let's Plays. So I'm going to have a little bit of both so that you all can enjoy something on the channel. So I've narrowed the list of possible games to play down to 4. I've been thinking about this for a while, and there was such a long list of games that I could play, but, it could probably take me years to get to them all. I had to narrow it down, obviously, and I narrowed it down to 4, and I would like your help to narrow it down to one to start with. So I put a poll on my community tab here on the channel, and I would love it if all of you would go over there and vote for which game you'd like me to play next. The one with the most votes obviously wins, and then that will be the next game that I play on the channel after The Last of Us is over. And then the runners up will be what I play after that, or maybe even in addition to that. If I decide I can handle more than one on the channel at a time, those will be the ones. So I will just give you a quick rundown of each game on here in an attempt to get you psyched for the poll. So these are in no particular order. I just random order that I ended up listing them on the poll. So I have no specific attachments to any of them. I'll be eager to play any of these. Okay. So the first one is the Dragon Age series. I have played the whole series multiple times over the years, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. It was actually the first RPG I ever played. But I never get tired of playing it again. And I've always wanted to play it on my channel. So if this game is the winner, then I would play all 3 games, including the expansions. So it would be a decent time commitment for sure. I would want to play the entire series from the beginning because all of the games are connected in a way. And you can, import your choices from one game to the next and have a continuous flow of continuity in the world. So I wouldn't be skipping any of them. So let me know if you guys want me to play that one. Vote for Dragon Age, the whole Dragon Age series from the beginning to the current end. Okay, the second choice would be similar in the time commitment department, and it's the Assassin's Creed series. Now, I'm not sure that I would play every single game because you honestly can't count them all in 2 hands. There's just too many, right? Like, I'm not sure if I would want to play the first one. I tried playing it way back when, but I just couldn't get into it. It was frustrating to me. But the Ezio trilogy is awesome. And I do love AC3 as well. I know a lot of people don't like that one, but it was the first one I ever played of the series, and so it's got a lot of nostalgia for me. I definitely would want to play Black Flag, as it's my all-time favorite of the series, and I'm not sure how I feel about the newer ones. I'm not sure if I would want to play them, or at least not all of them. I don't know. I couldn't get through Origins or Odyssey, but I loved Valhalla, so anyway, there's a lot of them, and so I'm not sure how I would go about it. If you want me to play these games, let me know what you guys think. Should I start at the beginning and go through each one, or should I pick and choose and only play my favorites? It's difficult because even though the main story in each game is basically a standalone story, more or less, excluding the Ezio trilogy, obviously, the present time story in each game continues throughout the series. And so if you miss a game, you do lose some of that story. Anyway, I don't know if that's important or not. So just let me know what you guys think about that. The third option is a game that most people I talk to haven't even heard of, and that is Kenshi. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of it or played it. I only know like one or two other people who've played it, and everyone I talk to just haven't even heard of it. Anyway, so it is an older game. It came out in like 2013, I think, and it's not like anything I have played on the channel before. But I've put quite a few hours into it on my own, and I just love it. If you haven't heard of it, I suggest looking up the game so that you can get an idea of what it's like. It's a bit difficult to explain the type of game it is. It's like an open world survival RPG city builder, I guess. Maybe. It takes place on a world called Kenshi, thousands of years after a great apocalypse that the world has yet to rebuild to its former glory. And there are several different cultures and races who call the world home, as well as a menagerie of strange creatures. And there are no quests in this game and no cutscenes. You basically choose one of many different starts, and then you're plopped into the map somewhere, and good luck, because Kenshi is a brutal world. It's a survival game, and so the early levels are tough, as you have to try to find food and shelter and weapons and, all that kind of thing. And you can play the game however you like. You're not the chosen one. You have no special destiny or powers. You're just an average person who's probably down on their luck, and then you make your character into whatever you want them to be. You can be a traveling merchant, a sword for hire, a soldier, a bandit, and even a slave. So you can live the life of a lone wanderer, or you can make numerous friends who can travel with you. You can put down some roots and raise yourself a little farm, or you can build a vast city full of loyal citizens. So, you can do a lot. You can also mind your own business, or you can go to war against nations if you want to. You can be and do whatever you want in this game. And it's probably why I love it so much. You basically have ultimate freedom to just build your own story. So, the style of gameplay, though, might put off some of my viewers, since it is definitely not like anything I've played here before. As you can see by this footage, it's not first person. It's not even third person, really. I guess you could call it fourth person, maybe? I don't know. It's a point and click style of game. So, you don't control your character's every move like in most games these days. You click on a point on the screen. It's like a city builder where you just sort of, you click on a point on the screen and you tell your character to move there and they'll move there. And then you click on an enemy that your character will attack that enemy until he kills it, or you tell him to do something else, whatever. So, you can assign your character tasks and he will do them until ordered otherwise, and you can play any recruited characters in the same way. In fact, your main character that you start the game with could actually die, and you could keep playing the game after he dies as long as you have other recruits. You can keep playing as one or more of these other characters that your character met and befriended in a bar if you wanted to, if you didn't want to reload your save. And I tend to play it that way. I tend to just play it like I let characters die. If they die, then they're dead. And I keep playing. I don't reload my saves if somebody dies. And that is how I would play it if we played this on my channel. So now, when I was first introduced to Kenshi, I didn't think I would enjoy it because I didn't think I would enjoy this type of game. I watched Rykon's roleplay of it because it was one of the last series on his channel that I hadn't seen yet. And I was hooked pretty quickly. And after watching a dozen or so episodes of his roleplay, I couldn't help myself and I bought the game, and I have spent hours upon hours playing it. It's really addicting. Anyway, I would love to play it on my channel. And I think it's an underrated game, and I think it deserves more love. So anyway, let me know if you guys want me to play Kenshi. The last game in the poll is A Plague Tale: Innocence. And this is the only game on this list that I haven't actually played before. But I have seen some trailers, and I thought it looked interesting. And quite a few of you guys have recommended it to me as well. And since I enjoy historical games, or, well, games set within history, I should say, I figured that, I could give it a try. It looks different and intriguing. So if you'd like to see me play it next on the channel, then go vote for A Plague Tale: Innocence. So those are the 4 choices on the poll. And now that you know a little bit about each one, head on over to the community tab here on the channel and vote. The more votes, the better, because then I will know better what the majority of my viewers want. It's hard to tell when only 50 of you guys participate. So vote, vote, vote. Come on, vote. Okay, so I think that's about all the news this time. It's kind of a short one. But I just wanted to get you guys an update so that, you're not wondering what's going on, So, to sum up quickly, Fallout 4 Ellie's Tale is coming along and will be on the channel soonish. I know I keep saying that, but it's really true this time. And so will the rest of The Last of Us 2. It's coming in soon as well. Plus a new game that you guys pick from my list. So, things are going to start picking up on on the channel, and I'm really excited about that because my channel has been a bit stagnant for far too long, as I've been in survival mode since January. I'm happy to be getting back into normal life again, you guys, and I'm looking forward to the future of my channel. And I can't wait to show you guys what I'm cooking up. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm still excited, even though it's been 6 months since I originally announced all this stuff. My excitement hasn't gone away. It's been hard waiting this long. It's been really hard. I know it's been hard for you guys, but it's been really hard for me too, because I'm just chomping at the bit to get this going. Anyway, but that will do it for this video for now, you guys. Don't forget to follow me on social media for updates on what's going on with me and the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do that by following the links in the description of this video to my Patreon and Ko-fi pages. And all of my social media links are down there as well. And also, if you'd like to get your hands on some Wasteland Dovahkiin merch, the description has a link to my Teespring shop, where you can get t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and stickers and socks and a bunch of other things. And it helps to support my channel as well. So give that a look. I will see you guys in the next video. All right? Until then, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun, guys. Bye.